Hey y'all. So I came on today just to, I don't know, let y'all know what's been going on since I've been back at work. Um, it's been about what, going on like 2 weeks since I've been back at work. And it had been going, good so far, whatever. So Friday I come in and one of my coworkers, I guess she having a bad morning, but she wanna argue back and forth and I'm just walking in. I'm like, I'm not the boss. I'm not, I'm just like, you. Like, I don't know why you bad yourself or whatever, but she constantly wanted to argue, so boom, that happened. So then, uh, um, then my guy text that me and him been having issues off and on or whatever. That's like, we'll get on him another day, but I'm gonna go into a little detail of his issue now. I got a teenage daughter, and you know how teenagers are. They not clean. They don't do the dishes like they supposed to. Normal shit. So he texting about that, like, oh, I'll be glad when y'all move out, cause I had told him like, hey, I'm finna try to get in this home buyers program, cause I want a house for me and my kids. I want a house, to leave my kids and my grandkids or whatever. And so he was like, oh, I'll be glad when y'all move out and all that. So I'm just like, okay, you know. And so then I text him and I'm like, it's just, for me, he'll call, it'll text, it's a whole bunch of stuff. But a lot of times I be feeling like it be conversations we could have had at home. You always want to text me when I'm at work, this long list of stuff you don't like or whatever, which is not, people are entitled to feel the way they feel. People are, entitled to that. They are not wrong. In that case, with him talking about my daughter not being clean, no, he's not wrong. But everything else, I feel like you ain't perfect neither. Like, the issue just ain't my kid. The issue is a whole bunch of stuff, with me and him. His ex, all that, and it's not even the ex, it's just the normal factors. The ex, um, the fact that, I feel like sometimes like you're emotionless, like you have no feelings, and it's like sometimes I feel like things be one sided, honestly. And I feel like we can't properly communicate, and it is what it is. And I just had came to the conclusion, just like, you know what, it's best that we don't live together. You know, maybe we do gotta go our separate ways. Who knows? But this ain't it for me. And so, but even after he said all that, okay, boom, then we have a conversation, boom. So then I get called in the administrator office. Mind you, only been here maybe 2 weeks. And she like, oh, the cooks and them were saying you came in there, the man in the room tray, they told you couldn't have one, da 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 da, and all that. And I'm like, I didn't come in there demanding anything. Like, I asked for him a room tray because he just came from the hospital. And to my understanding, they get it, 3 days, 3 times a day for 3 days when they come from the hospital or whatever, and he was real sick and all that. She told me he needed to bring his coat, but upon looking in the man's room, he barely had any clothes. He looked like he just had what he had on, no dishes, no silverware, no plates, no nothing. He was drinking water out of a pill bottle. You know what I mean? So, but I was bothered by the situation that these females lack, all off the strength because I asked for somebody some food and they didn't want to do it. But I'm kind of glad, like, they didn't really believe it, have it go, but it was so much kind of like drama that day. Drama, like from one person to another to another. And it was just like, really, like, what is it? What is it? You know what I'm saying? At first, I was just like, I had told the coworker, I'm like, you know, the one that wanted to argue with me and all that stuff. You know, me and her like oil and vinegar. We don't mix, but we love each other. You know, but we get it. We understand. We can admit when we wrong to each other. We, you know, it's not that. Like I'm not that person where I won't hold myself accountable. Like I told them, like I admit when I'm wrong. I say when I'm wrong and this, that, and the third. But I also know how to say when I'm right or defend myself when I know I did not do something. And that was the part that bothered me, is like you lied on my character. And that's what had bothered me. But and it still was bothering me even until I got home, up until like yesterday it would, you know, pop in my mind. I'm telling myself, you know, like you gonna have people that lie on you. You gonna have people that don't like you. You gonna have people that's hating on you, people that's speaking ill on you, all that. But none of that does not matter to me. I'm there to care for my residents, and that's for any job that I work. I'm there to do my job, do it effectively, do it professionally, and and that's it. That's all. Like I got goals and plans that I got going on. And you know, I don't socialize with really none of them outside of work. I don't hang out with none of them outside of work. So it's just like I'm just trying to get my bag. I'm trying to, you know, live my luxurious life as a rich mama, rich grandma, rich auntie, you know, like all that. Like that's my whole like thing that I'm doing, that I am embodying. Like I'm just trying not to, you know, get caught up in the work like why I slip in, you know, taking care of myself. Because as moms or women, when we're raising families and stuff like that, and when we have to work, we would, you know, start to let ourselves slack. Like I just did my eyebrows today, you know, redid my hair. And I was just like, you know, it's just like certain things that I felt like that was trying to, you know, discourage me. So I just had to get on, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just make my video. Uh, Life has been a little bit lifing, but it ain't been bad. Like I say, I have those triggers, but they ain't been bad. They haven't. So I'm just, you know, like I say, I supposed to talk with the lady virtually. I got a virtual meeting with her to start my little process on a lot of things, and it's just like it's time, y'all. It's time. Like I used to be scared to like be alone, not want to be with nobody. Now it's just like shit. This dude wanna walk, he can walk. I really don't care now. At this moment, I don't, because it's like I know my value, I know my worth, you know. And then, as far as dealing with friendships and females, I don't have time for the drama. I don't even want to discuss nobody's business, what they got going on. If they ain't discussed it with me or wanted me to know, I really don't care. Honestly, I don't care about the drama. I don't care who telling them who don't like. I don't care about none of that. I just want to be around women that are winning, that are going somewhere in life, that are establishing themselves or are already established. Like, I don't have time for nobody that's gossip about the next friend, talking about the next friend, talking about this, that, and the third, them, that. Like, no. Like, how we winning, girl? How we finna do this? How we healing? You know, what's the next move? What are our goals? What are our manifestations? You know, we don't have that. We don't have no sisterhood, no womanhood, none of that. It just be like, ugh. Then earlier I'm on TikTok and I see they talking about, oh, China to aired out that uh all the designer stuff, Louis Vuitton and um Nike and all that is made over there. I'm like, they just now knowing that. Like, we been knew it, but people wanna, you know, talk about, oh, you wearing knockoffs, they not real. Only thing y'all doing is putting y'all label on it after y'all got it from over there and overly charging people. That's all you doing. I don't care about wearing a dupe. If it look good, it look cute, whether it's a dupe or not, I'm gonna wear it and look good in it. You know? So that's my whole thing. Y'all, I gotta start. I gotta come up with like a budget. Cause I'm thinking, I'm like, you know, going into the house, You want to have some type of, budget. Like right now, I don't have no bills because I stay with my guy. He getting his little thing going on, and so I don't pay no bills right now. So it's like, which is a big help. Mine is like my daughter's cell phone bill. I don't have a cell phone bill because I got a government phone, which I like. Um, but you be limited, so I still might eventually get me another cell phone because certain things you cannot. It just be a hassle sometimes with government phones. But the plus side is you have no phone bill. But so yeah, I'm excited about a lot of things that I have going on in my life, and it just seemed like them last little couple of days things tried to discourage me and knock me. But then it was like my side was hurting me since Thursday. I had like woke up like I ain't know, like it was just so much stuff going on with me. And so I'm just like I really, I was like, oh, like I could start making videos for my TikTok shop, affiliate, people can, cause I buy a lot of stuff off of TikTok shop. I really do. And I'm like, and then I was like, girl, that had kind of like discouraged me a little bit, but I'm like, you know what? It'll pop up again. And I'm telling you, y'all gotta have that mind frame, even when things are happening, even though sometimes right there in the midst of it, you might not be able to, tell yourself like, okay, this positive thought, this positive, like, okay, it's gonna get better, everything working out for me, like, I'm strong. That's why sometimes you don't think that way in the midst of while you going through things or people attacking you or whatever. But if you really stop and you take that moment to think, it's gonna happen to throw you off, to test you, all that. But hold your head up, keep going. You got this. Like, you don't even know. Because I can sit here and be down on myself, be like, oh, why I keep, these relationships ain't working out. Or why people don't like me, or why this, or why that. I really don't care. That relationship didn't work out, guess what? It wasn't meant. It was not meant. Because what I am learning is when certain situations are meant for you, whether it's people, person, places, or things, it won't be hard. It won't be a fight or resistance with them. It won't be always some negativity or some issues. You will have in your relationships and friendships, you're going to have your little minor things, but it won't be problems all the time. Like you constantly trying to make something work. It's like you almost trying to make something fit that doesn't fit. You know what I mean? So then that's when you gotta realize, like, hey, like this friendship or this relationship or this job or whatever, I'm constantly trying to make it work, make it work, make it work, and it's always something, something, something. Even if you stop and look at yourself for a moment, like maybe I need to look at myself, I would say do that first. Do accountability check. Is it me? If it's not you, then okay, let me start subtracting. Let me stop because it's not working. And I think that be the whole time. Girls, we be in these relationships trying to make shit work that ain't working. You know what I mean? We be constantly trying to hold on to these friendships with these females who be talking about us to our other friends, who be talking about their friends, who be like, no. Make that list. What does your life look like? Who do you want to have in your life? What does she dress like? What does she sound like? Where does she live? What does she drive? What does she have in her bank account? What does the inside of her house look like? How does she walk? How does she carry herself? And so, and that's what I've been doing. And, like the law of assumption, like I'm taking on that identity and that life of what I want to have and what I see myself as. And I don't see it no other way. Like I know for a fact. But I just be having to come on here to just encourage y'all and give y'all a word that, you know, even though you go through things, even though you struggling, money might not be what it is, your relationship, you having issues, whatever it might be, your health, whatever. You into it with your homegirls, they talking about you, it's like you gotta stop and really do a long, hard evaluation of your life with the people, places, and things that's in it and figure out who deserves to be there and who doesn't. That's it, that's all. And the people that deserve to be there and the people who are meant to be there will be. You just got to get out of your own way and know that you deserve better and stop settling for less with these friendships and with these lackluster relationships. All just to say you got a bestie. All to say that you got a nigga or a man. Like, why would you, no. Now is the time to change. Now is the time to evolve as a woman, as a mother, but as a woman overall. Because so many times we pick these friendships, relationships, and we settle for things, and then we go on this pattern in this cycle of downward spiral, and then we wonder why we depressed, why we got anxiety, why we going through all these things. Is because we have been dimming our own light, settling for less, and now we've lost ourselves in the process, and now you trying to figure out, who am I, where do I go, how do I, you have to. You gotta have a life outside that relationship. You gotta have a life outside those kids. You gotta have a life outside that job. Whatever it is, I don't care if you just going for a walk in the park daily. If you just fixing yourself up, whatever it might be, like, get out and do it. Get out and do it. And like I say, I'm here to encourage you. I'm your sister. I'm your friend. Like, we here to make things happen together. And like I say, like, you can't be afraid, and that's what I'm learning is with holding myself accountable and being transparent is that, hey, you slacking in this area, you ain't been saving, or you talking down on yourself. What can I do to better myself? What can I do to feel good about myself? What can I do to show myself some love? Because you always showing everybody else some love. What can you do to show yourself some love? What can you do to be there for yourself? If you want to be a content creator, get out and start making those videos and posting. You want to be a singer, start writing that music, start putting some money into you going to the studio. You an artist, start posting your art. Whatever it is, a photographer, start posting your content, your photos. You a teacher, come on. Whatever it is, if you love fashion, start getting into fashion. Start showing your things. This the thing, y'all. We live in a world where people are not authentic and people are not genuine. Y'all get hooked on the fake life that everybody presents to y'all on the internet and on TV shows, and y'all think like they really living these glamorous, lovely lives, but you really not knowing the inside, what's going on within their household, what's going on with them as a person. Like, they not genuine. It's all for money and for views. So believe me, I don't get a lot of views on these videos that I'm putting out, but guess what? The views that I see, whether it be 3 views, 4 views, 5 views, somebody is seeing it, somebody is reaching it, and somebody is gonna help and bless somebody. That's it, that's all. That's why I keep changing the names on here, because I'm figuring out myself. What I want this channel to be called, is really for my women. Women upliftment, women betterment. Like, that's what it's about, because I don't see that. We not loving ourselves. We settling and we letting these men leave us with a wet ass. Wet ass, heartbreak, and all this other stuff because we don't know how to love ourselves, so we settling for less than, and we settling for people who don't love us, who genuinely don't care. Come on. Like, it's not even like, when are we gonna say enough is enough? The men don't run this world at all. So we got to do better as women for ourselves and be the example for like our nieces, our daughters, our granddaughters to be that. They don't have that. They got baddies. I mean, if you see the crap that be on the TVs these days, like baddies and everything else that these girls is watching just to go on here and to be sexually exploited and to be on that fighting, like, that's one thing I hate to say. You know, no matter the race or color, whatever, I hate to see women fighting, especially our sisters. Like, I hate to see women of color fighting all on television. Or whether you fighting in the hood and somebody filming, and I'll just be like, why is y'all like standing there watching it? I don't get it. Because there's something else we can be doing to get the bag, other than fighting and looking ratchet and toe down. I just do. You know, and don't get me wrong, I used to watch the Bad Girls Club and all that stuff. I used to love all them things. I did, but at one point you gotta grow up. At one point you gotta say, like, and I'm not getting, and ain't no shade or tea to the ones who do like watching it, but for me, it's just distasteful for me. Cause it's like, the women I want to be friends with, the women I want to be around, the women I want to bump elbows with aren't doing those things. They in business meetings. They making moves. Their mothers, their wives, their, doctors, lawyers, teachers, whatever it is, but they're not doing that. And it's not anything about being bougie or anything like that. It's elevating your mind, elevating your lifestyle, elevating yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, those things no longer serve you. Because when you start tolerating and entertaining those type of behaviors, those type of things, then that's what you start to attract. That's what you start to be around. Like, I don't want to hang out with the loud ratchetness. I don't want to be in the clubs with the loud ratchetness. Like, I like to go to nice events where you can chill, where it's not going to be a fight to break out. You can mingle. You can have a nice drink. It's a nice environment. It's relaxed. It's chill. So start asking yourself them things. Start asking yourself that. What is it that you want? And whatever it is that you want, what does that look like for you? And however that looks like for you, start working towards that. Start working towards that. And I had to get out of my own way. I ain't got to be dressed up on here, hair all whipped up to come on here to make a video, because that's not real and that's not genuine to be always dressed up, because I'm not. Sometimes I'm laying around the house not dressed up. Sometimes I am dressed up, laying around the house, and I might not been to did no makeup and nothing like that. But start doing things that's out of your comfortability. We get so comfortable with certain things that we don't know how to operate outside those things. So that's all. I just came and get on and just talk with y'all for a while. Because it was just like I had some time. Tomorrow is back at work. But yeah, but things have been going good. This week I'm supposed to go and I want to get a few little products, and I'm gonna show y'all those products I got. There's some more. I wanted to see if I could find these elf lip butters, and I wanted to find like some NYX lip glosses or whatever, and some lip liners for a budget for y'all, for my women and my moms on a budget, that like to look good and stuff like that. So, we working on our skin. I kind of like broke out. I did my face earlier, my skincare routine, and I kind of like, um, I don't know what they be saying, like microderming your skin, but I just use an eyebrow archer and oil my face up real good and get all the hair and dead skin off my face. But yeah, and y'all gonna see, cause I'm speaking it into existence that when I'm done with this house, we going to get stuff to design this house. Cause I'm telling y'all, I already know what I want the house to look like. The colors, how it's gonna be designed, everything. Y'all are with me. We doing it on a budget. Like we doing this. Like y'all are my diary. Y'all are my journal. Y'all get to like come along with me and basically, ding ding ding, like bug. Like y'all, right? This my community. Y'all my diary. Y'all my journal. Like shit, yes. My community. Mm. So I'm just chilling. He's gone, y'all. So that's why I'm just chilling in the window, waiting for my daughter to come home from a little after school job in school. I'm here with my 4-year-old. So I just did my hair for tomorrow. Cause now I'm doing 12 hours. They want me on 12 hours every day that I work. So I'm be doing 7 to 7. So that's why I'm like, okay. I had to make sure my hair is done. I gotta lay out my work clothes and stuff, but we going to Walmart at Foreman Mills Thursday early before my virtual phone meeting with the lady from the thing for the house. So we got some things to do, y'all. We working. We's getting there. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all, I'm gonna start trying to at least drop 2 videos a week. Cause I know I've been slacking on my market and I need to be consistent. So, cause I'm definitely gonna, cause I know this weekend I'm working. I can make a video while I'm at work too, but I'm gonna show y'all. Probably make one Thursday evening of the stuff I bought for work, cause I need me a work bag, some more uniforms, some work shoes, and them little elf products and them NYX lip things. But anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all next time, y'all. Bye, y'all.